Well, just really frustrating, especially the first half defensively. I think we shot 68%, and it's just bizarre because of how juiced and charged up they were before the game and ready to go. And talking about Carl Nix and how hard he played Mr. Intensity, and us come out with a lack of. We've tried to simplify it, say effort, attitude, no excuses, but their effort was better than ours. We didn't play with the effort we needed to, and we made a lot of excuses tonight and missed a lot of layups, missed a lot of free throws. But it's not our offense. It was really bad defense in the first half, and it's been us. It's been us this year. I guess as a coach, you expect it to get better and be different, but it hasn't. Commend Coach Henson and his staff and those guys because they're still playing hard and they're a good basketball team.
Questions for Coach, please.
Greg, that two-man game that SIU works where they get the ball down low to Pippen and either he works in isolation or he kicks it to Fletcher off the cut. They've done that before. I mean, what makes that so difficult to defend?
Well, they're good basketball players. Fletcher killed us there, and those guys combined for 41 tonight. We didn't make it tough enough for them. They do the high-low. You really have to get into the ball to make it tough, so they just can't stand there and throw it into them. We didn't do that good enough. That was part of the game plan. The first post defender is the guy guarding the ball, and then you can't just get buried from behind. They fought our guys on the interior better than we did, but you also want to load the box from the perimeter guys. We didn't do any of that very well consistently tonight.
It seems like this team is sometimes or often beholden to the way they start. SIU came out and started really well, and it was difficult to recover from that. That seems to be kind of a pattern.
Yeah, when it's adversity. When things aren't going their way, they get a layup, we miss a couple easy ones, and then your communication isn't as good. You hang your head a little bit. Oh, I missed a shot. We could get our feelings hurt on offense a little bit, and it really kills you on the defensive end. Your defensive competitiveness and intensity has to be there all the time, whether you're making shots or not. And our missed shots and missed layups certainly led to some poor defense today.
There was a window in the second half to get back in. It was
Yeah.
7-9. And it seemed like, my impression was, offensively, it seemed like maybe the guys were trying to hit a home run with maybe a couple RBI singles might have been better. There was a few shots, especially on the perimeter, that were.
Yeah, I don't know if we had it tonight at least twice. I'm not sure if it was more than that, but it comes down to you got to get 3 stops in a row, or it comes down to your defensive end. And I didn't really think we forced anything much. We made some poor turnovers there at times, but we were getting to the rim. We were getting our feet to the paint. I thought we did a lot of good things. Got to the foul line early in the second half. We just couldn't get them stopped enough to take it from 9 down to under 5.
Which one about Cooper's game today?
Yeah, he's continuing to get better. He's probably been our more consistent guy in the last couple weeks, offensively and defensively, until he got beat there. When the game was basically over at the end. But he's been our best communicator. He's been a good offensive player. He's getting better defensively, but he's got to have his teammates help him too.
Tyreek has been really good this year, but obviously today had an off game, 3 of 13 from the field, only 1 rebound. Does that kind of illustrate how important he is to your fortunes when he does have an off game like he did today, and obviously the team did too?
Yeah, and it's no assists, no steals, other things, and he's one of the ones that is a little. We play defensively too much by how our offense is going. Tyreek should never worry about missing a shot or missing a layup. I mean, that would be the least of anybody's concern. He still needs to be a good defensive player for us. But we had 2-3 guys on the floor, maybe even 4 at times, were not doing their job on the defensive end. But offensively, Tyreek, there should be no concerns there.
Defensively, obviously it hasn't been anywhere near where you want it to be. Is it too late in the season to make a significant change to that?
I just don't know what it would be, Todd. We've changed the lineup a little bit, and I would have done that quicker. You and I have talked about it. I would have done that quicker if there was more productivity coming off. If guys deserved it, I wasn't going to just reward somebody that wasn't deserving of it. Coop, Bronson, I thought those guys both deserved it. I mean, whether you play a zone all the time, you're still got man-to-man principles. You still have to keep the ball in front of you. You still have to communicate. You still have to rebound. The staff, those guys we have good game plans all the time. I mean, your margin from error in this league is very minimal. So you got to do everything pretty darn good throughout a 40-minute period, and we have way too many lapses by too many guys.
Coach,
But if you do have any ideas, I'm willing to listen.
It's been an up and down Missouri Valley season. It seems like this group hasn't been able to put two in a row together.
Yeah.
I mean, how concerned are you about that, especially as you near the MBC?
I'm very concerned. I mean, you're the second half of February. I've been concerned about it for a long time. If we get beat the first game of the league, I'm concerned about it. No, I just moved to the next game, but it's been we've been racking our brains, trying to find ways, trying to be more consistent. Your goal is always to go to St. Louis and win the tournament, and if we can't win 2 in a row during the regular season, there's no way you're going to be able to do that. But right now we are what we are because of how we've competed and how we've played on a inconsistent basis.
Davion Washington seeing increased minutes. What have you liked from his development so far?
He's just working harder. He's just working harder. He still makes plenty of mistakes, but he has no fear, and he is a competitive kid. Game's a little fast for him at times, but we need to keep playing him. You got him and Coop, both freshmen out there getting pretty good minutes for you. So we need some of these upperclassmen to do a little more and maybe have the competitive spirit that those guys have.
Any other questions?